What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. We are finally ready to progress to the 4th floor of the Mage Tower. Let's see what kind of blood magic abominations are waiting for us ahead. Let's see how they went about securing mage independence. That was in trouble with the physics there. The last episode I didn't notice. Pile of rubble. Extracurricular studies. Last episode I didn't notice that my mic had been a little quiet, so I did try and do something about that this time around. Oh, it seems mainly when the fight music is playing that there's a problem, but if I turn the music down, period, that'll lower it during exploration, and it sounds fine during times like now, so I haven't decided how to go about fixing that yet.
Yes, my love. What are we having tonight?
Roast boar.
You see, when we read about the Desire Demons last episode of Codexes, I told you they're like djinns. They kind of put their prey in a fantasy world and feed on their soul. They just feed on them in this La La land until they're dead. We actually get to see it happening here.
What have you learned, my son?
Seems like his fantasy is a wife and children. A family outside the chantry. That's enough of this.
Everything is just as you wanted, my knight. Our love and our family is more than you hoped for.
What in Andraste's name is going on here?
Do you hear something, love?
It is nothing, my darling. Just the door. I will get it. The children have finished supper. Tuck them into bed while I see who it is.
Don't be long. The children will want to kiss you goodnight.
I will be but a moment, my pet.
Poor guy.
You are intruding upon a loving, intimate moment, and I dislike disruptions.
A loving moment between a parasite and its host. You have this Templar ensorcelled, don't you? There's nothing loving or intimate going on here.
I have given him what he always wanted. Where is the harm in that?
Aside from the part where you're sucking his soul out. His happiness is an illusion, a cruel lie.
All emotion is intangible. You cannot see it, cannot grasp it.
But it is normally caused by something real. Real events, real people. What you've done to him is abhorrent.
I saw his loneliness and longing for a family that
And turned it on him as a weapon.
A family where the wife and children are in reality the same person, thing. That defines creepy.
How long will you keep him in this stupor? Will he know it when his body fails and death claims him?
A short, blissful existence is preferable to an interminable one of misery.
No, it's not. I do not think this is what he really wants.
You do not see what I see of him. You do not know. We are partners.
Well, I also don't look
I
at him
give
as food,
what
so...
no one else can, and through him, I experience what it is to be mortal.
You're a parasite, and we must be rid of you.
Our thoughts and spirits are melded. If one perishes, so does the other. Though much of my strength is spent maintaining this link, I am his wife and his children. He will defend me to the death if need be. I want nothing from you. I have what I need. All I ask is that you leave us alone.
That's not gonna happen. I must free him, even though it may mean his death. And also, like this says right here, so you can drain him and move on to someone else? No. It's better that he get put out of his misery and we stop her from doing this to anybody else than to just let her feed on this guy until he's gone.
Then you leave me no choice.
And you left me alone.
Help! There are bandits at the door! They're going to murder the children!
They will not get past me!
Alright. This can actually be a really tough fight sometimes, so... we're gonna try and do something about her very quickly, if we can.
What victory shall be mine.
Oh, she's actually facing away. That's perfect for us. Beautiful, and she's dead. Very clean. Might actually be the cleanest I've ever killed her on Nightmare. She's usually kind of an asshole. Love the automatic backstabs from the front that we get now. The only thing that's missing from this party build is Alistar having a fucking taunt ability. I need that like as soon as possible.
You are coming. Down you go.
I believe that Templar is where we get the Templar plate from, I believe. Not 100% sure on that, but I think it is. Regardless, we gotta level up, and he's free, and this demon won't get defeat on anybody else. The short, blissful life of a lie is not worth sacrificing the real life for. Oftentimes, loneliness and negative emotions like that can be very temporary. I would not trade present harm for false happiness. It's not worth it. Whatever I feel is going to be real. It's not going to be some mirrored image by a demon, putting visions in my mind. I would rather be miserable and free than content and owned. It's just the way I see it, however. I know not everybody looks at it that way. We have another friendly neighborhood blood mage here. So one thing about the heals is, you pop the heal here and you're healing anyone in your party, you can just click on the portrait and she'll go ahead and do that for you, which is very useful. That is going to knock down our entire party, unfortunately. I'm hoping we won't be stunned for too long. Man, I am still on my ass right now. Duke Dreadhowl that. Asunder is at least up and about.
This should be easy enough.
We're finally waking up from our little nap. Took a day off right there.
This should be easy enough.
Okay, we need to get this guy off the road.
It's either you or me, and it is.
Worry about the rest after we save her. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right now, Alistar has the aggro. And that's the end of this encounter. Nice, nice, nice. We actually managed to sneak some levels in there too. For Alistar and me, so that's going to be useful in the upcoming boss fight. The boss for this area can be kind of an ass, so... I'm not sure how it's going to go with Duke, actually. I've never brought him to the Mage Tower before like this. A note hidden in a book. Insufficient skill. Well, we'll see about that after we get this level up. See if there's anything we can do about this. Right. Let's dive into our levels. I'm not going to touch anything that I know that I will need, because we get some free attribute points from the Fade, so I don't want to waste anything in strength when we can pick some up from in the... I will take 2 in Cunning. And I guess we'll put 1 in Willpower. I suppose. Right, so stealing, that's not irrelevant to lockpicking. We can get the Persuasion up to 3rd. Once you get the 3rd slot here, you're pretty much able to persuade anything in the game. We'll get 4 too, we'll complete the tree, but I'm pretty sure once you get there, you're done. And this is actually what we need. Now I can go back and get those chests from last episode too, because that has been bothering me ever since I walked away from them. Put in... What do we need for you, Alistar? I honestly might just pump 27 strength. Unless he has a specific talent I need dexterity for currently. Yeah, let's see. Finally he has taunt. It's about time. Right. Already, let's just go to the tactics. Let's just set that up. Pummel shield bash. Right. Self. Surrounded by enemies, at least 3. And then he's going to use the ability Taunt. And this is going to be way up here on the priority list, right after his self-enemies. That way 3 is good, because if there's 3 or more, you want the AI to do it anyways. But if there's less than 3, like a boss, you want to be able to pop it yourself when it's up, so that kind of takes the AI away from it. Ice really, huh? Even with the 3rd one? Interesting. You must need level 4 lockpicking for this chest. That's insane to me. Wow. Okay, well, I imagine the chests I couldn't lockpick before are the same level as this, so I guess we're just not getting those. And before we head inside, one thing I did want to check. Let's see, Templar Helm. That's not going to be as good since the mod, but how does the armor hold up? The armor is 1260 with 3 willpower, 20 spell resistance, and 5 mental resistance. That actually does hold up really well in comparison. I might throw him this. It certainly looks cool. We lose the 1 armor, but that's still less. 3 defenses, so-so, 1 strength. Yeah. Because I know what fire is coming up, we're gonna give him that for now. He can rock the Templar armor, we'll go back to Wardens after.
Oh, look, visitors. I'd entertain you, but too much effort involved.
And already this sounds like a sloth demon. Killing demons is enough entertainment for me, thanks.
But why? Aren't you tired of all the violence in this world? I know I am. Wouldn't you like to just lay down and forget about all this? Leave it all behind.
Can't keep eyes
Dog was the
open.
first one to take a nap.
Someone pinch me.
Resist. You must resist. Else we are all lost.
Why do you fight? You deserve more. You deserve a rest. The world will go on without you.
We are definitely dealing with sloth. Alrighty, and welcome to the Fade. Essentially what he did there is he put all of our companions in their own little nap town. You gotta explore our own mind and the rest of theirs to free them and get back on track. It's that first hint to wherever we are, it ain't real.
Ah, there you are. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Wait, you should be dead.
Dead? Me? I have been close many times, but I never quite made it all the way. I just wanted to make sure you were happy here in Weishaupt. These grand halls were built by the first Grey Wardens. Isn't it breathtaking?
Why are we here when we should be battling Darkspawn?
The Darkspawn are gone, remember? You were there in the last great battle. It was a triumph for all of us, bringing down the archdemon and setting the underground lairs ablaze.
That's not possible. You're hiding something from me.
Foolish child. I have given you so much and you cast it back in my face. Can you not be content with the peace I offer?
You'll never be content with a lie. You offer complacency, not peace.
It seems only war and death will satisfy you. So be it. Have your war and your Darkspawn. May they be your doom.
Right.
Even though it's just a memory of Duncan, I still feel I need to apologize about that. Sorry, Duncan.
Show me what you got. Here we go.
Okay. You're dead, mage.
This should be easy enough.
Enough of his ass healing the fucking... And that is why I told you that mages are always the priority. I got complacent there, thought I was just gonna chop them down.
You had it coming. Move and parry, strike and kill. It's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me.
And this should be the end of Duncan's Mirage. This lesser spirit, whatever this is, shouldn't be too big of a deal.
You're getting sloppy. Come now, defend yourself.
Whatever that thing was. We will be back here. First, scattered all throughout the Fade are these things are buffs that you can only get with certain forms. We don't have any forms yet, so we're gonna have to come back here when we find the right one for that. And here is all the layers of the Fade that we need to clear out to get our companions back. We have the Inner Sanctum, which is where we want to go, but before that we have to go all the way through the outskirts. We have the Burning Tower, a Nightmare, which is a companion. Mage's Asunder, another companion. The Templars Nightmare, another companion here, and then we have the Darkspawn Invasion. And here's the Raw Fade. Here's Niall. This is the guy that Tranquil told us about.
Where did you come from? Are you a demon?
He was trying to make it somewhere with the litany of a
See that you're
Drala.
not. You're like me. Congratulations on getting out of that trap.
Yes, what now?
I don't know. This place drains you of everything. Hope, feeling, life.
Not too late, I'm sure.
No, there is no way out of here. You think there might be, but you'd be wrong. You see that pedestal there? I've studied the runes on it. Runes that signify different islands of the Sloth Demon's domain. The Sloth Demon itself is on the center island, but you can't get there. The 5 islands around the center somehow form a protective ward. I thought I was getting somewhere when I figured that out, and I went to each island in turn only to have my hopes dashed. There's always an obstacle. You'll see the path but be unable to get to it, and it taunts you and drives you mad.
We're gonna have to get through a lot worse than this when we fight our way to the Archdemon, so... Could be getting negative now. Could my companions be on one of the islands?
I don't know. There are many dreamers. You might find a way to reach them through the islands. If you're lucky.
Tell me about the protective ward.
I don't know much. I think the Sloth Demon has placed lesser demons on each of the islands. I've seen them. They take different shapes, but they're there. Defeating them may be the only way to reach the Sloth Demon. But you have to get to them first. I couldn't. I was too afraid to try.
You mentioned obstacles before.
Yes. Obstacles and mad dream things. A river of flame before a portal, or a door that shows you freedom through a keyhole that no key will fit. I once found a passageway smaller than my hand with a mouse going to and fro through it. Silly thing fled before I could question it.
Why would you talk to a mouse?
Because almost everyone here is a dreamer, except for the spirits and the demons, I suppose. Each dreamer may know things another may not. The mouse could have told me what lay beyond the tiny passage, or how to get there. Even how I might make myself small like him and crawl through myself. And if one could become small enough to take one path, perhaps there are similar ways to walk the others.
I think you're onto something, Niall. What do you know about the Sloth Demon?
Not much. You couldn't say we were friends, really. Demons have their own hierarchies. They play their own games, and mortals serve as pawns, perhaps even bargaining chips. The demon keeping us here probably rules this entire section of the Fade. It'll not let us go easily, if at all.
If we work together, we can escape.
Nothing dampens your spirit, does it? I don't know whether to admire or pity you.
Grey Wardens are supposed to inspire. I'll be back.
Don't mind me, then.
We're gonna get out of here, Niall. Have faith. I'm gonna figure this thing out. Here are these lyrium veins. When you pop these, they're like the little health potions laying along the land, essentially.
Let's get
This
started.
Fade portal. There is so much hidden stuff and little buffs you can take in here. I'm not even gonna pretend I understand where they all are, so I will pick up what I can and grab what I know. And likely get our ass kicked a lot. This is tough as a rogue. We will have no aggro assisting us throughout any of this. It'll all just be us.
Thank you, but too late for me. Kill Yevena, the demoness that rules here. She protects her master, Sloth. There's a door only demons can see. The key must be in another realm. Take my power. Save any others trapped in nightmares. Kill the demons that guard Sloth. Make my...
He said mouse, but that is all kinds of plague rat, if you ask me. It's a big-ass mouse. There's gonna be codex and things hidden all over this place, so I'm gonna be running around trying to make sure I don't miss any of it. Like I said, there's no way I remember where everything is in here, but I will try and get what I do recall.
Let's get started.
Maybe I could have looked up on this before this episode, but I felt unclean. Put the mouse on. What do we have here? Rage Demon. We're actually in stealth right now. The problem we're gonna have, however, is that when we come out of this, our momentum is gonna be deactivated. Another problem I have with doing this as a rogue. Every time we shift, our buffs are gonna disappear. The Fade is actually a big reason why I wanted to come in here with as much health potions as I possibly could, because there's all kinds of bad news going on in here.
As you wish.
Is one of the codex. Creepy looking statue.
On it.
This door we'll come back to. We need a different form for this one. We need the arcade horror form for that one.
This should be
Shades, thankfully, aren't that big of a deal. It seems like we can't stun anything in here, but the shades will die relatively easy. Rage Demon over there is the problem. As long as we don't aggro him,
Is that all you've got?
we should be okay, because I'm going to be trying to milk our health potions for as long as they can last
You
here,
could
so
do better than that.
after we kill the shade, we're going to let time pass so our health goes back up, and then we'll deal with this guy. It is unfortunate
Right.
that I don't have any way to kind of stun them. It seems they're just not working inside the Fade, so... The attack that does a lot of damage. Give it a second, and now we'll fight this guy.
Let's get started.
Holy fireball is gonna sting a little.
You're mine.
Okay, beautiful. Through this part. Let our health come back.
On it.
A couple of the final bosses in here are actually really tough too.
Something happened, didn't it? You look a little different. What happened?
I became a mouse.
Did you? Did it help? I know I saw the tiny holes. Were you small enough to get through?
I was. I thought you'd given up. Why so excited?
I don't know. You're so much braver than I am. I was so sure it was impossible to get anywhere. Do you think you could learn other shapes?
Don't sell yourself short. I
Maybe they
think you're
could
pretty
help you
brave
get
to have
the
gotten
best
this
you
far.
couldn't otherwise.
Everybody else is hiding in closets. You at least came to try and do something. Credit where credit's due. Alright, now I believe we should have access to all these. Where do we want to start? I think we'll start with the Darkspawn Invasion. Weishaupt is already done. We can't kill the main boss of this area yet, so let's go to the Darkspawn Invasion. I don't remember the best order or much about the Fade really at all. Again, of all the different parts of Dragon Age Origins, I love this game to death, but the one part that I do not love to death is the Fade. I think a lot of people probably feel that way too. We're just gonna sneak around in our little mouse form. Try and take all these little side passageways, because there is a lot of hidden goodies we do want to find. And you can tell we're in the Fade just by looking around. It does certainly have a charm to it. Let's not go this hole yet. Let's take the other one. One of these is a hidden cache. I just don't recall which. It is cool to come in the Fade and learn about it. Here's one of them. Essence of Cunning. And that is a permanent increase. These do not go away. We have this for the rest of the game, which is why I didn't want to put any points into strength or willpower until we knew what we were going to get out of this. Every single piece of cunning we get is going to be a flat buff for when we get lethality, because lethality is going to make our cunning replace our strength for a damage modifier if it's higher. So every point in cunning is a very good investment. We only need dex to equip weapons, and then after that it'll be our dex and our cunning that's added to our multipliers.
This should be easy enough.
Try to kill him as fast as possible. Sweep when he's in range. Beautiful. And now we just have a 1v1 here.
Here we go.
Alright. So far so good. Now be careful when you're in the flaming tower. The fires you see hanging around do one-shot the shit out of you, so we won't be able to progress in any of those directions until we get the relevant form. Now where did we spawn in? I think this is, yes, this is the spawn room, so we took this mouse hole, but we would have come out in here.
This should be easy enough.
Emissary, of course, first. Always the mage.
Right. Only one shall stand.
Go ahead and get our momentum up for this fight. This is one of the only times in the entire game you'll actually have to deal with solo combat. There isn't many places like this in the game. Most of the time you'll have your party. We'll be taking the mouse hole. There's fire blocking that door. You're really just running around here trying to find the main door that's gonna have the guy with the form you need. Make sure I pay extra attention to our health bar. We die, it's over. Oh shit, managed to stun us. Not gonna give him any chances to do damage he doesn't need to. And there goes his head. You guys protecting anything back here? No, they weren't. We do want the XP though, so gonna be fine as much as we can too. I believe the level cap in Origins is 25. I think 25 is the highest you can go into Awakening, and we will be going straight into the DLC once we complete the main game, so.
They won't find me yet. They won't.
Right. Here is the boss room for this area. Pop momentum right away. Kill the mage first. Always the mage first. He's the problem. Get the mage done and everything else will be way easier. Now we can just chop past wood as we go. Our Templar Spirit over here is actually doing a really good job of holding aggro for the meantime.
They're gone. You did it. You killed them. But not all.
You did
Their
it.
leaders are behind the unbreakable door. I give you my wisdom. It will let you see. And now I wake.
Thank you. And we do actually now have the form that we need to go all the way back and get those willpower buffs. So, pop our spirit form here, and now we get the essence of willpower. I'm glad I didn't dump points into willpower right before this. It did cross my mind too. We have a Fade pedestal. Isn't this form just creepy? The way he like skates across the floor, it's like levitating. Let's go. The mouse hole is where I came from, so...
This should be easy enough.
First things first, let's go back to Weishaupt. There is a willpower buff in there. I do want to grab as many of these as possible. It'll let us dump our points in more needed places later. Try and show as many of these as I remember where they are. Gonna be lots of transforming. Alright, there was, I believe, like 3 doors that we needed to get through. One of them was through the portal, like halfway. Trying to remember where I went is gonna be a pain in the ass. Where was the door? Through this portal, right? Yes, there it is. At least we have Winter's Breath now to deal with the rage demons. Crushing Prison is insanely overpowered. That's going to be the end of him. And we have an Essence of Dexterity, which is huge. Definitely need that. I believe the max Dexterity we are going to need this playthrough is 36 too, so we're what, 5 points away from that? But we never have to pump Dex again. I have my target stats that I want. I believe it's 36 Dex and around 28 Cunning. 20 Strength for the armor equips, and that'll be pretty much it. Well, the rest of these stats will be dump stats, so we can just put wherever we want. Likely I'll stack willpower. Health benefits aren't really worth any point investments, but willpower to spam your activators is very worth it. Once I get the milestones that I want stat-wise, I'll probably just spread them around evenly between dexterity and willpower. Got her in Crushing Prison. I'm gonna go back here.
This should be easy enough.
Deal with her shades first. And the first boss really isn't going to be much of a match for us at all. This is her biggest danger. It lasts a while. It's not going to be enough for her. She will keep resetting it, but it doesn't stack, unfortunately, for her.
This should be easy enough.
I would recommend healing, just so the next time she pops that, you're not in too much danger.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
Whenever she gives you these debuffs that affect your hit chance, you're just gonna have to suffer with the auto attack speed. Just hope that it whittles her down eventually. He will keep spamming these at you. And eventually she will fall. And that's this main area cleared.
Right.
We've got a codex over here. And the Black City. That'll be a fun one to read up on. Hit our font of willpower. And let's see if we got any more hidden goodies around here. I'm not sure if we do. Essentially, the whole fate is just rinse and repeat in this until you clear out every single area. You just gotta explore the best you can and try and snag as many buffs along the way as you can. Good news, Neil. We killed her.
What did you do? I felt something. Like the earth was shifting. Except it probably wasn't the earth.
Yeah, we're definitely not in Kansas anymore. I killed one of the demons on the islands.
You did? You managed to get to it? I didn't think it was possible. Killing that demon must have opened something. Perhaps the pieces are falling into place now.
Tell me more about this place.
What do you think I could possibly help you with?
You've helped me a lot so far. What do you know about the Sloth demon?
Not much. You couldn't say we were friends, really. Demons have their own hierarchies.
Can't believe I already ran through these dialogues.
If at all.
Together we can escape.
Dampens your spirit, does it? I don't know.
Right, he did have more that he could tell
Every
us.
time you take a step, you think, maybe this step will take me home. But you'd be wrong.
What do you know about the Litany of Adrala?
Not much. I know that it stops blood mages from taking over your mind. I don't even know who or what Adrala is. You're better off asking someone more knowledgeable.
You were the one that ran with the Litany of Adrala. Who are the blood mages responsible for all this trouble?
Uldred is the mastermind behind it all. At Uldred's suggestion, the Circle was about to ally itself with Loghain when the Tern's treachery was revealed. Uldred made excuses, but we were having none of it. He panicked then, tried to leave. Irving would not let him.
Did Uldred confess?
I was barely paying attention. Such meetings are boring. The course of action usually decided before we even congregate.
Little taste on how mage politics work there. When did the blood mages show up?
Uldred let loose a bolt of energy that flung us all against the far wall. That woke me up. It might have been a signal. That was when a whole group of mages poured into the chamber. And that was when I saw real blood magic in action for the first time in my life. It was like they brought the wrath of the Maker himself down upon our heads.
He had the rest of his sycophants outside the meeting in case he couldn't sway their decisions, and that's when he decided to overthrow the tower with abominations. Because they wouldn't vote his way. But the abominations, where did they come from?
I was just getting to that. Uldred must have also dabbled in demonology. When the fighting started, he tried to summon something, or some things. They overwhelmed him, and when his screaming stopped, Uldred was gone.
How touching. A blood mage who couldn't control his abomination summons. That never happens. What do you mean, gone?
I'm sure he wishes he were dead. Uldred became an abomination. And when I saw it, I ran for my life.
Well, luckily for Uldred, we can make that happen for him. You ran, but I thought you were trying to save the Circle.
I was in a panic. Once I calmed down, I thought about what would happen if that thing got out. I gathered some of my fellows and we obtained the litany from the stockroom. I thought if we disabled the others, we could throw everything we had at Uldred. But I saw my friends fall, one by one. And now it's my turn.
Not yet. I'm not going to die here. There must be a way out.
I don't want it to end like this.
Then it won't.
Do you feel it? It's getting so cold.
No, we gotta definitely hurry up if we want to get Niall out of here alive. Seems like he's been here way too long. So we did the Darkspawn Invasion. Let's head to the Burning Tower. You can do mouse holes and fade doors. That mouse hole right there. We are gonna drop a save just because you can take sneaky deaths inside here.
Let's get started.
Go back to the mouse hole in a second.
On it.
Right, we got Templars to contend with in here.
It's gonna be me.
Once one's dead and you're down to a 1v1, it's not so big of a deal.
On your guard.
Wonderful. I'm gonna try and avoid using the mouse form as much as I can so we don't have to reactivate momentum. There's a door leading into this place, it seems, so we shouldn't have to use it. That's the mouse hole we would have come through. Fire blocking that door, but there is a side door.
Right.
Go ahead and kite him in here. Try and burn this one before he wakes up from the stun. Almost. We got him down anyways. You know, I've been feeling a good turn-based combat game for a while now, and while Dragon Age Origins isn't true turn-based, the pause tactical, kind of like CRPG combat style of Origins definitely fills the gap. Unfortunately, turn-based games aren't very popular anymore, so it's if you feel like playing a turn-based game, they're actually really hard to find. Hard to get your turn-based fix.
Enough.
There's one of the fade doors we need. We're gonna let these Mabari come to us. Don't want to fight too much at once. Sorry about this. Get the guilty conscience from attacking the hounds.
Only one shall stand. Let's make this quick, shall we?
Be very careful not to touch the flames. Like I said, they are an instant death. Again, we're trying to be sneaky.
Right.
Don't want to aggro too many things at once. Fight off more than we can chew. Especially the hounds. If a hound hits us with the charge ability, he's going to stun us there and it's going to be all kinds of a bad day. There's one particular area which is a little tough, and that's where you find the golems. That can be an asshole to do. There'd be lots of Kayan and slow progression going on there.
Right. Excellent.
One funny thing about the backstab mechanic on the rogue is you can tell when your attack is going to miss, because he'll do the regular animation instead of the backstab crit animation.
Here we go.
Save my stun for the whichever one's left alive.
Next. Excellent.
There we go. I don't know what BioWare was on, but this is definitely not a mouse. This is a whole ass rat. That's like the giant ass rat you see the seagull eat hole on YouTube.
Control, anger, but it bubbles, it burns.
Here's the final boss for this area.
Right.
Mark of Death, this guy. He's the problem here.
On it.
You have no hope,
The Burning Demon dies, then we can focus on the Templar. This will be much smoother. Take Delirium, because we're trying to save potions. There we go. Now we can 1v1. Get momentum back up. Done for the backstabs. Could be nice and easy. Hit him with a sweep.
As you wish.
Glory for the finish.
Move and parry, strike and kill!
There we go.
Anger. Fading. I am free. Take Rhagos' power. Use it and burn him. Burn them all. He guards Sloth. He bars the way. You must destroy the door. Other dreamers. Other powers. Only way.
And now we have the Burning Man form, which means we can explore all those little sectioned off parts that we haven't been able to explore so far. Pull up the map here. Looks like we've been everywhere we had to go here. So we're gonna swing around and go this way instead. Now the Burning Man definitely has his uses. That's a massive door, we can't take that one yet. Out of curiosity. For the sake of my sanity. Did I miss anything around here? There's this door. Like a skeleton, man. A lot of these forms do look cool. Take this, and we have a Constitution font and an Essence of Conan. Nice, 2 little free buffs there. It is hard not to get turned around in here, at least for me. Okay, so we definitely checked that. This is where we came in, I believe. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think we're good. Can't do anything here until we get the massive door, so we can move on, or at least go back. We can go back to the Darkspawn Invasion and see what's going on there with the fire. If I don't find anything worth showing, I'll just edit it out. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Mage's Asunder, because once we have all the kind of abilities, we'll be able to just freely explore, and then I'll come back and do everything we need to do once we have the Golem form. This place. So this one is an asshole. Definitely save here. The Mage's section of the Fate is hard. You can and will likely take deaths here, especially on Nightmare, so I am going to try and do this very cautiously.
Do something about it.
Oh, just stuff some wool in your ears. I don't hear anything.
Oh, I've had enough of this noise.
Yeah, here's the bullshit already.
This should be easy.
Thankfully, they don't have much HP, but they do a lot of damage, as you can see.
On it.
They almost immediately took a death as soon as I walked into the tower. Add some credence to what I was saying. Now the main room in here. You want to be the Burning Man for... That was the mouse hole I took that time. Oh, that's a massive door. We can't progress through that. Let's check this mouse hole first before we go too far. There's a Font of Strength. It doesn't look like anybody to contest us. Font of Strength and a Codex back here. Hierarchy of the Circle. That'll be interesting to read. Now we can progress on through the tower. You do recognize the layout of this. It is modeled after the tower. They just changed it up a little. Drop another save in here. You really don't want to give them time to start casting their bullshit. Make sure you keep your health topped off too, to at least a reasonable degree. Because if you get too low, they hit you with one Winter's Grasp, it's over. So, I believe this is the one you need for this. Essence of Magic. We're gonna have lots of uneven numbers after this, which is gonna really bother my brain.
We can't trust anybody.
You're gonna see me save scumming a lot here, just in case.
Kill everyone.
Very considerate of him to bomb his own friends for me. Stop that. Yeah, one lightning blast, a couple fireballs, and your character's ass is grass, so... This section of the tower is really the only one that's gonna cause too much of a threat for us. Why I'm gonna be progressing so delicately.
This fighting more dying! Blast you! Move and parry! Strike and kill!
There's one room in particular that you need to go in for the Burning Man. You need to be in that form when you go through the door because he's immediately gonna cast like a fire tornado. There's like 6 apprentices in there. And they're all on that bullshit. I think it's this door. The next one coming up. Hit us with a nut shot, so we're slow walking for a second. Gotta walk it off. Got a cup check.
As you wish.
You spawned into the wrong fight, my friend.
Only one shall stand.
That's gonna be the end of him. Alright, now before we progress, I'm gonna save scum again. Pop the Burning Man form, just because I'm not sure which door is actually the death door.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
So for each flame you have on the wall here, there's going to be a rage demon we have to kill. Just a little gimmick of this room. Each furnace is going to spawn a rage demon. We're not done yet. There is more, I believe. Yep.
Move and parry, strike and kill.
Again, keep an eye on your health.
Right. On it.
Very close eye.
Let's get some. Let's make this quick, shall we? On your guard.
Yeah, that should be it for this. This room is the shit show, so we're gonna try and... Yep, there it is. That's one of them. Let's go ahead and give them a taste of their own medicine. Fireball does a lot of damage. They definitely do not like being hit with their own bullshit. Fire does absolutely nothing to us. We did take more damage than I'd like out of that, so we're gonna pop a heal. Go back into Burning Man. I'm just gonna stand in the fire and chop that wood. Yeah, the rest of the mages up here. Having their own little Royal Rumble. Hit him with that before he knows what to do about it. I'm gonna stay in this form because if that was the Flame Tornado room, it was easier than I recall. This, it might be the Flame Tornado room, actually.
It's what we do. We're mages.
Let's do this. I actually did that way too early. You see the fireball spam right there? This is why I wanted to be in the Burning Man form as I walked in there. You see? Now if you were in any other kind of form, that would be a nightmare. Luckily you just carried them into their own nonsense. And it takes care of it for you. That is the room I was afraid of this whole time. believe up top is a boss fight. Massive door, I can't progress through there. I think this takes us to a boss fight eventually. Indeed, this is where we're gonna get the golem form from. Be careful with the golems. They hurt, they stun. Golems are the problem here, they're the main threat. If you get stuck in a loop of attacks that they can do, where they just keep punching you and booping you around, it's a bad time. Definitely kill the golems first. Then you can worry about everything else after. Come with a sweep. Don't worry too much about our mage friend over there. And we're good.
Thank you. It is time for this dream to come to an end. I give you my strength. It will be of little use against the demon that rules here, but perhaps it will help in other realms. Find a way to kill all the demon lords to open the way to Sloth. Free us all from this nightmare!
Will do. Right, so now we have that. We can get to every single boss fight in the game with that. Which door did we come through? I think that one. I think this is the door we haven't been through, I'm not 100%. Yeah! Indeed. Head around this corner for a second.
You or me, and it is gonna be me.
Again, focus on the mages. That is the loop I was telling you to be afraid of getting stuck in.
On it. Look at this mess. On it.
Once the mage is dead, now it's a little easier. You can see the resistance on these assholes. That punch. When you're fighting multiple golems, you can get stuck in a loop of them using that attack. And there's just nothing you can do about it. You're just stunned there indefinitely. See how chunky they can be health-wise too. It's gonna slowly chop him down. He's gonna resist all of the stuns. I think almost everything we've fought in here has been immune to stuns. All the demons have been, the golems are. He didn't get time to slam us that time. Almost missed this codex. That would have been a travesty. The Harrowin, that is what they are called. Harrowin is what the mage graduation is. That's how they become enchanters, it's the Harrowin. I was trying to tell you guys about that last time, but I'd forgotten what they called it. I'm gonna break that door down.
No quarter!
There goes his head. There's a mage in a chantry robe hitting me with a mace. Interesting decision. I think you would have been better off using your stuff, though. Right, where are we at on the map? We haven't been here at all, it seems, so cut right first. We are going to save, since I have no idea what's behind this door. Don't want to take a death. We made a lot of progress.
Right, on it.
And here is the problem.
Let's get started, as you wish.
Yep, there's the stun pattern you get caught in sometimes. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Lead them outside. There's a bunch of golems knocking each other around. That's one down. So this willpower essence. Anything else hidden away in here? There's a school of primal. There's plenty of little hidden codexes and secrets around. It's worth exploring. It's also just a giant maze of magic, so it's kind of tough to remember. Best way to do it is to just keep pulling up the map and checking where you've been or where you haven't been. Use the golem's own bullshit against them. It's like Rock'em Sock'em robots. Exchanging left hands. Right, so we can cut right here. That's a major door, so we're not going to go through that just yet. Hit him with his own bullshit. No slam for you, sir. You take my big hand. Too bad you don't get to keep these after you're out of the Fade. It would have been interesting. I'm sure there's a mod for that somewhere. Would definitely be broken though. I see why they took them away from you. It'd be cool if one of the mage classes let you do this. We will be getting our own stone golem though. We'll actually probably do that after the circle. Be high enough level to do what I want to do with that quest. So.
On it.
Looks like there's plenty of golems for me to fire, so that is the best throw I've ever seen. It's dying this month. 3 of these assholes. We gotta dip out of our form here for a second. Dip back in. Try and get our AoE off. Wonderful. Now we win. Hit him with the big left hand. There we go. I don't know, that's the toughest golem fight out of the way. I think that's the only time you fight 3 at once. Most of the time it's just 2. School of Entropy and a Font of Strength back there. We definitely want that. Closer and closer to our... What is that item called? Battle Dress of the Provocateur. We need 20 strength for that. Well on our way for the one door back down in this corner, and then we'll go to the boss fight of this one. Slowly work our way through all the places we haven't been. Yeah, this is the last room, and then we'll be going up the... Get him with their own bullshit. It is satisfying to just throw hands as a giant rock monster, I gotta be honest. It is a nice touch. Come on now, chance to hit, please. Right, and this is the School of Creation. I think that should be all 4 schools that we found now. The 4 schools of magic creation. I believe we got all 3. Or all 4, rather. We checked all 4 corners, so we should be good. Go find out what demon is in charge of this little corner. And knock this door open. What are we dealing with? 2 arcane auras. This is a bad time. Thankfully they are very weak. That's our first death, I believe. We dodged that by a fucking hair on our chinny chin chin. That was almost a death. That is what I meant about the mage tower. It kind of just sneaks up on you if you don't pay enough attention to it. You can die very fast when you're messing with mages. It's part of the reason why I put them top priority on my shit list. Knock him down. I want to be corner trapped right now. Hit him with the big left. Play a quick round of heavyweight boxing. Came here for the dexterity. There's actually a mouse hole there too, so we'll take that as the way out. Might be more loot. Gonna sit him down for good. Never mind, he's trying to throw a comeback on me like Tyson Fury. There we go. Grab the dex. Stealth, so whatever's beyond here, we won't have to deal with it right away. 2 golems. Right. They're gonna just walk into it, hopefully. Here's the loop of attacks you can get hit in. You can actually get a little cheesy here and hide on the gold. They can't path it. He stunned us out of it. You can totally sit back here. Change forms and then just bow them from on top of the treasure pile. We don't need to get cheesy, I don't think, though. We should be okay. Not like we have to use healing potions in this character, so I'm not too worried about it. Hit him with the big left, 16 damage. And that's his ass. Came here for the essence of cunning. Now real fast, before we start walking through any more doors, we're gonna save that. Slam open the door with authority. And we have more dex and constitution.
Right.
So you can see just from coming here briefly to the Mage's Circle, this is the reason why we came here early. We are now at 18 strength, 37 dexterity, 24 willpower, 14 magic, 25 cunning, which is fantastic already, and 13 constitution, so this is going very, very well. We are stacked right now. Plenty of buffs going on. The mouse hole. And we will go kill the boss of this area. I'm not sure how long this episode has been going on for. I might cut it soon. Split the fate into 2 parts. I do want to get at least 1 companion before we cut though, so we'll finish this boss fight. I'll go save the closest companion and then we'll probably wrap. Slavren.
Come now! Defend yourself!
You, sir, are not immune to my stuns. Finally. Sit back here and chop that wood. Hit him with everything we got, try and get him out of there. And that's Slavren. Alright. That's what, 2 down, 2 bosses down? No more hidden buffs in here.
This should be easy enough.
Ah, we can't get the companion until we do both these. I see, I see. So let's clean up this one, get whichever companion this might be, and then we'll wrap it. I would like to get a companion first, then we can split the... Should be able to finish off the fade in the next episode if we split it like that. Right. Golem this, and you see the flames on the other side already, so switch back into Flown in Man. We have been all down here. Actually, there's a massive door there that we haven't lured. You know I have to go. You know my brain wouldn't let me walk away from that. There could be all kinds of potential fun in there. We did loot this, I do recall that. I swear if I walked all the way back here and it's just like I didn't walk into the corner of the room correctly, I'm gonna be pretty upset. Right, massive door. What is behind the massive door? Was it worth my time? Essence of magic. I would say that's worth it. A buff is a buff, it's 3 points. Would I have preferred a font of strength? Of course. But that's not the point. It's free and I want it. Did say I would show you guys all the fonts and buffs, so true to my word. I think we've been everywhere now, at least so far. Only way forward. Yeah, I think there's something insane, like 12 total buffs available in the Fade, which is crazy. There's a lot of free stuff available in here if you take your time to look through it all. Right, and see, I don't like that it auto-saved there. That means there's some bullshit. None of you are immune to this guy's bullshit, I already know that. Isn't that just beautiful? It's not beautiful, it's being mass AoE stunned. Take our golem form to get these out of here. Shambling corpse is way out of his depth. Hey, you like that? Here, take another. Pop Delirium Vein. Trying to keep an eye out for any more fonts along the way. We did get a lot though, so I'm sure we're almost done with all that. Here's one. That's a font of strength. Beautiful. Come here, Rhagos. Hold that for me. Hold that for me too. And that's the end of his bitch ass. Yeah, I would definitely recommend just abusing the hell out of these forms while you can. Make this as easy as you can make it. Alright, now we can save one of our companions, whoever this is. I've never brought Duke here before, so I'm curious to see what his dream would be. He's just gonna be like chasing cats or something. Wynne's dream is the one we came to.
Maker, forgive me. I failed them all. They died and I did not stop it.
Don't believe it, Wynne.
How can I disbelieve what I see, what I hear and smell and feel? Death. Can you not see it? It's all around us.
You know better than this. You passed your heroin. You're in the Fade. This is a dream.
Why was I spared? If not to help them, what use is my life? Now that I have failed in the task that was given me, leave me to my grief. I shall bury their bones, scatter their ashes to the four winds, and mourn their passing till I too am dead.
You have to fight this feeling, whatever it is.
Your blatant disregard for the souls of the dead strikes me as being utterly inappropriate.
Look around, Wynne. Do you not think the bright green sky is a little bit of a hint here? Please think about what you're doing here and why.
I do not know what you are trying to tell me. Why must you make this more painful? And where were you when this happened? I trusted you as an ally, and you were nowhere to be found.
I am the only thing that's real. Ignore everything else.
I do not know what this will accomplish, but I will do this if it will satisfy you. It is difficult to focus. It feels as though something is stopping me from concentrating. I've never had so much trouble. Perhaps some time away from this place will help me think clearly.
That sounds like a good idea.
Don't leave us, Wynne. We don't want to be alone.
Holy Maker, stay away, foul creature.
More demons to kill, it seems.
Stay, Wynne. Sleep soundly in the comforting embrace of the earth. Do not fight it. You belong here with us.
No.
Creepy little demon children.
My task is not yet done. It is not time yet.
Come. Come away to your rest.
Let's get you out of here, Wynne. You don't need to be dealing with any of this shit. Hey, mage, catch this. Alright. You should feel better now, Wynne.
Is it over? Thank the Maker for you. Wait, what's happening? Where are you going?
Alright, now that's Wynne free. Let's check real fast. Is there any sneaky little codexes or anything in here? There is not. Okay, well, we did half the fate and one of our companions, so that seems like a very good place to wrap this up. So, thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you guys soon with more Dragon Age Origins. Have a good day, guys. Take care.